Western Oregon is coached by Justin Eckenrode, while St. John's is coached by Derek Dane.
And it's Derek's 5th year at the helm of St. John's, and each one of those years he's made it to the MCLA National Championship.
Yeah, definitely Derek Dane has been sort of a fixture head here in the state of Minnesota. Going head-to-head with Pete Moosbrugger from St. Thomas University. Playing his high school ball at Cooper. I played with Derek post-college in the Minnesota Lakers. I actually took Derek Dane as a high school senior out to Vail for the Vail shootout. Unfortunately, he is too ill to see field and playing time. But a skilled high school player, close defenseman in his day, and I think you'll see that with St. John's play. They've always had a strong defensive core. And we're about ready here for face-off between St. John's and Western Oregon.
It looks like it is Alex Ron taking the face-off for St. John's, and he's had a pretty good year so far at the X.
We'll see how he do here is against number 6 Tyler Preston from Western Oregon. One thing I can say of note prior to the game starting here is that St. John's does have the physical and height advantage, which in lacrosse typically means nothing, but we shall see here at the midfield if physicality plays its role. Face-off was possessed here by St. John's, turned over.
We'll see how Western Oregon comes out. Last night, they came out flying out of the gates and kept it with St. Thomas for that first quarter, but fell off after that.
It's going to be St. John's ball here. Back right to the cage. Looking to get their starters on the field. St. John's setting up into a 2-2. And a quick turnover going the way of Western Oregon.
Looks like St. John's just dropping into a high zone ride and just going to see what Western Oregon gives them.
Typically in the first 3-4 minutes here of these games, you're going to see both teams really at any level feel themselves or feel the other team out. And that's a quick shot and a goal there by Western Oregon to take a 1-0 lead. So a very slow pace, no victor on the face-off, a turnover, a slow ride, slow clear leads to it's sort of an odd goal.
And that was by number 44, Taylor Dugan.
St. John's coming up with the ball. And they'll look to settle down the wing. Quick shot and a good save. St. John's with a great feed there on the doorstep.
And that was the attackman sophomore, Cole Armitage from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, one of the powerhouse high schools in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area.
Armitage finding himself with at least 5 yards of room on either side. Kind of tells you that the St. John's boys are going to spread out the field and make these slides a little bit longer here for Western Oregon. Game slotted for a 9:30 p.m. start time. Fairly well attended here.
This is Conlon Mead with the face-off win.
And a quick turnover there by St. John's. We'll turn the ball back over to Western Oregon. Once again, St. John's attack backing up to the midline, forcing Western Oregon to clear to the wings here. And they do so successfully. Western Oregon coming into a 1-3-2. Probably looking to settle here, give the D a little break. Give each player a touch. We're 1-3-2, a nice turn. Great corner return by the attackman. Quick turnover. And a good hit. Ball's going to come back to Western Oregon. Just a good hustle play.
Yeah, great ride by Joseph Graham.
Joseph Graham looks to be an athlete. Put in the crease. Look for Joseph Graham. He looks to be a left-handed predominant player. Looking to come off some picks here. Get an ISO. Western Graham to pop off the pick. Good drive. Shot just misses, just left of the cage. And the defense of St. John's will reset. Western Oregon coming out in that 2-2-2 set. Good feed, shot in the inside and a goal. A great use of pick and roll there by the Western Oregon players.
And Ben, one thing I've been incredibly impressed with is the Western Oregon bench. They have been yelling, screaming, chirping, everything, and we haven't heard a single peep out of the St. John's guys.
Well, you can look at that one of two ways. If for instance, they go down 4 goals, that bench can become awfully quiet, which can play, it can work the opposite way. When things are up, the bench is up. When things are down, is your bench still down? I guess that's a question. I'd call St. John's bench even keel. Put the first goal of the game in and didn't get too high or didn't get too low on that goal they just gave up. St. John's doing a great job at the face-off X. Really look to position with the possession. Western Oregon's defenseman overcommitting.
And it looks like they're doing a lockout on number 11, Jake Helmer, one of the catalysts of the St. John's team.
Is there a reason why they would be locking out Jacob Helmer? I realize he's a good player, but it's pretty early on in the season still to lock him out.
With 7 games, he's controlled everything, and maybe they're just taking a little chance.
Well, right now Helmer has nobody within 10 yards of him, so the lockout doesn't seem to appear to be too effective. Still with nobody 5 yards around him. You can watch the press to the right side here. If he draws his defenseman, Helmer's going to get the ball. A really physical Western Oregon defense so far. Not allowing St. John's to find those open lanes and alleys. Quick swim dodge. Gets tied up again. Scrum for the ball, and Western Oregon comes out. We've got a flag down on the play against St. John's. Whistle's finally blown. Looks as though we've got an interference call on St. John's. A Can't tell you what number that is quite yet.
I believe that's Jacob Helmer, the high-flying attackman.
A little too flying. So all in one play, he was locked out, found himself without any friends or foes within 10 yards of him, and in the penalty box to end everything. Western Oregon's turn to have the ball around. Man up unit. Quick skip pass. Good patience. Quick shot hits the outside of the cage. St. John set to clear. And the ball's finally recovered by St. John's as he'll look to possess, get their offensive middies on the field.
And Helmer's out of the box and with the ball.
So got a timeout with St. John's.
And it looks like Western Oregon lucked out there because the number 16 was offsides.
Harris makes 2-3 moves, scores! Here come the Ducks. San Jose finds the back of the net. Bryant inside to Yealy. This is going to be a goal for Yealy. Bojano into the middle to cross. Bounce. Score! Sean Beer sends it up top. Left-handed shot by Vasilevsky.
We're back after a quick timeout here by St. John's. Back at the West St. Paul Dome here in West St. Paul, Minnesota. Game for St. John's from Collegeville, Minnesota versus Western Oregon. St. John's starts with possession. To talk over the game plan. A good alley cleared out there by the midfield. St. John's coming out into a 1-4, into a 2-2. Good defensive play there by Western Oregon. Got to get rid of that ball quickly. And back on offense comes Western Oregon. And a quick turnover there by St. John's. A little hurried there.
And that was the freshman Nyland Anderson from Armstrong High School.
Nyland looked like he was a little confused. He got to midfield, didn't have many options in turn two.
I think that might be a little bit of the freshman jitters out there. He
Oh,
crossed
yeah.
the line and didn't see anyone wide open and tried to force it.
I agree. Watch for the lefty split here. A great roll, ball down. Once again, the Western Oregon defense overcommitting.
And then number 4 is Andrew Fairbairn, who is the younger brother of another Fairbairn that graduated 2 years ago, who was a great LSM for this squad.
And here's Fairbairn with the ball. Looking at ISO. Staying lefty. Finds him on the crease, and a great feed, great shot, and a goal for St. John's.
That's Lucas DeBruzzi, who's a junior who's really been tearing it up lately. He's got a great hard shot, and his middies just dumped it off to him, and he was able to finish.
Well, that's exactly how you draw it up. You draw the slide comes, you find something in the middle, you dump it off, and you get a 1-0 against the goalie. Goalie doesn't have much chance. Western Oregon coming up with the face-off here. Western Oregon, a fairly new pro program. Good to see with this sport growing nationally as fast as it has.
It was founded in 2004, so they've been pretty fresh compared to St. John's, who was founded in 1985.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Minnesota isn't necessarily looked at as I should say, as the hotbed of lacrosse, but we do have some programs that have been established for well over 20 years. Big hit along the sideline, draws a flag. We've got an illegal body check, 1-minute penalty here on Western Oregon. It's going to give the ball back to St. John's.
It looks like a Michael Kolschau-Mauer from Blaine, Minnesota is going to be starting this out.
Mr. Carlson, did you happen to hear the penalty from here?
I did not.
Well, we were across the field from where it took place, and I could hear helmet versus helmet. One of the helmets lost.
That is a point of emphasis all over sports, not only around lacrosse, but football and everything else.
And the ball's going back to Western Oregon. Man down. They'd be wise to pull off here, take a couple hacks here from the St. John's defense. We've got a timeout here called by Western Oregon, and we will be right back. We're back here in the West St. Paul Dome in West St. Paul, Minnesota. Today's tilt brought to you by Epic Lacrosse. Epic Lacrosse delivers the finest manufactured lacrosse equipment designed to increase the playability and maximize performance by using the world-class materials and techniques. Developed in collaboration with True Temper Sports, Epic shafts are made from the highest grade materials available. They have tested and retested each design to ensure durability, playability, and performance are optimized. Their goal is simple: to give the player every opportunity to reach their true potential. Epic, live, play, be. Proud to say that Epic is a Minnesota-based company here out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, getting a lot of national attention. A lot of talk around Epic's handles. And we are back here live. Western Oregon still down a man, doubling the ball. Splits the defense and a great save.
King saw that the whole way, and as one of the best goalies, he's going to make that save every time. And now he's showing off in his athleticism. He's one of the fastest guys, but he drops the ball.
And the Western Oregon player makes a huge error there. As a 3-on-1, at least he had backup, but he had a completely empty goal as the St. John's goaltender misplayed the ball. The positive that came out of that is that Western Oregon has possession. We clearly have a right-handed player here. Did not want to go left on that dodge. A great split dodge, actually. If he had had a left hand, I would have got a shot off. Another small fundamental glitch there. If that St. John's attackman had caught that with his left hand, he would have been shooting this. Quick shot there by number 8.
And that's
and a
Mike
goal.
Kulshall-Mauer again. Just a great right-handed rib and beats the goalie stick side.
Kulshall-Mauer driving to his right, beating the goalie towards stick side. And the ball's coming up St. John's. Heavy checks there by Western Oregon. Good recovery there by St. John's.
It looks like we have a slash on number 11. The Johnnies will go man up here for 1 minute.
So with our man-up situation here with St. John's, the score is St. John's 3, Western Oregon 2. St. John's looking to go up by 2. Quick shot, just high and left for the goaltender. Most of the St. John's players seem to be aiming stick side, which is rare. Quick shot never got through. Good defense there on the part of Western Oregon. And Western looking to clear.
Oh, he just missed that corner. He was wide open.
Western Oregon dropping back into a 2-3-1. Allows for a lot of alley dodging, as we see here. Quick shot bounces just over the cage. St. John's briefly sending the keeper out to double team the attackman. Quick feed, didn't see that one coming. Shot off the pipe. Flag is down.
Looks like this penalty is going to be on St. John's. Probably a body check at Lapeers.
Back come Western Oregon. Tonight, 21-12. Stayed with them in the first half. Another quick feed. Well, I tell you what. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. And after 1, St. John's 3, Western Oregon 2. We will be right back.
Harris makes 2-3 moves, scores! Here come the Ducks. San Jose finds the back of the net. Bryant inside to Ely. This is going to be a goal for Ely. Bojano into the middle to cross, bounce, score! Sean Beer sends it up top. Left-handed shot by Vasilevsky.
And we're back for the second quarter play here in West St. Paul, Minnesota, the West St. Paul Dome. St. John's 3, Western Oregon 2. Mr. Carlson, what do you think of the first quarter play here so far?
I think they came out a little slow. Both these teams are on the end of long road trips, and they just look slow. They look a little bored, a little slow, and hopefully they can pick it up a little bit in this second quarter and continue it.
Well, I would hope that neither of these teams are bored. However, Western Oregon, you know, that's quite a distance to come out and play a couple games, playing 2 top 10 opponents, the reigning national champions in St. Thomas last night. And granted, that game got over late, got over about 12:30 in the morning. Had all day to rest, but those late night games do take a lot out of you.
You got to give credit to Western Oregon for their scheduling. They play one of the toughest schedules I've ever seen with Division I powerhouse Oregon, Division II St. Thomas, Division II St. John's, NDSU. You got to give these guys credit for coming out here and making moves.
Western Oregon was granted the ball off that face-off. Infraction. Shot missed wide left. Ball's going back over to St. John's. We are all even here. I do think it would make sense if St. John's slowed the game down a bit. I realize they're only up by 1, but I think it's time to tire out this well-traveled Western Oregon team. Quick feed inside and a great stop by the keeper. We've got an interference call, giving the ball back to St. John's.
Oh, that's a great save by the keeper. Just closed his legs just in time, but failed to clear.
Agreed. Another save by the keeper. You know, a lot of sloppy play here on both sides. But in any case, Western Oregon comes up with the ball.
That's a pretty poor shot selection all around. every team has their chances, but we're just not capitalizing.
Well, there's a lot of unsettled situations here for both teams. You've got to be aware of that at this level.
Quick yard sale, always fun for the attackman to play a little defense.
You just have to be aware. Players don't necessarily give up. You get by the first one, doesn't mean he stops. It's good man-on-man defense. John, I've got to say that these St. John's middies and attackers seem to be getting pushed around a little bit here by Western Oregon.
Yeah, they're not playing very physical and just accepting all these hard poke checks and slap checks and not pushing back at all.
No, frankly, they're getting beat up. They may have the better skills with the sticks. However, physically, Western Oregon has been much more physical in, on, and around the ball. And John, another thing that does, when you've got a play that sets up like that and you keep winning these ugly plays, you're going to keep Western Oregon this game as long as it remains this way. They don't want to go back home to Oregon, losing to St. John's and St. Thomas.
And they lost a tight one to NDSU, a low-scoring battle that NDSU pulled out.
So a pretty determined Western Oregon program here, to say the least. Keep hanging around. This is going to be an interesting game. Quick split. Great feed. Shot in the goal. That ties it up. A great skip pass there. Finds the upper left twine. St. John's 3, Western Oregon 3.
Yeah, that St. John's poles need to pick it up. They're just sliding, getting caught halfway. I'd expect number 25, Steve Johnson, to take control out there. He's a 3-year All-American at the Division II level.
Well, that was a simple alley dodge. Mitty held up, found the skip pass, far side, and he had all day to wind and shoot. And Western Oregon back with possession. Let's see if they slow it down now. Tie ball game. Another alley dodge. These Western Oregon guys seem to have found the recipe here by making the St. John's defenders move and run a lot. Keep their feet moving. John, another thing I've noticed is that St. John's has had more or less a lack of communication on the defensive end of the field.
Yeah, the short stick middies are just letting their guys run by, and backside help has not been there.
At some point it's okay to pass off a player in a zone situation. But Western Oregon definitely showing more patience in their offensive set. If it's not there, pull it out, live for another day. Primarily a right-handed player, as everybody can see there. Oh, and a great split.
Yeah, great move there.
That was a great move. Great feed. Like I said, primarily a right-handed player.
If these guys learn to go two hands, it would be amazing for their games.
It'll come.
Another ill-advised clear by St. John's. King just needs to settle those down.
Another unsettled situation here belongs to Western Oregon. Coach Stain has to be fuming over there based on the amount of clears that have failed. Let's see what St. John's can do here.
I would be surprised if King runs this all the way up the field. That's what he's known for, and there we go.
Good feed. Ball's deflected, and back comes Western Oregon. Excuse me, the ball got kicked back up in the air. Ball's going to Western Oregon.
Oh, going to St. John's. We have our veteran ref, Brad Skiback, explaining things right in front of our table.
Good heavy checks there by Western Oregon. Quick shot, save, and outlet. Pass sails high, and that ball's going back to St. John's. John, I got to tell you, these two teams look identical. They're both making the same amount of mistakes. They're even making the same types of mistakes. And regardless of rank, past success, anything, these teams are identical to this point in this game.
I think St. John's might have underestimated this team, especially what St. Thomas was able to do last night. But St. Thomas had this same type of game for a half, and then St. Thomas decided to put their foot on the gas, and look what happened, 21-11, I think.
Good shot and a goal. And Western Oregon has found some success here, making this game 4-3.
And that's the freshman, Joseph Graham, who made some awesome plays last night, and he continues to do that tonight.
For a smaller player, he was able to split through two bigger defenders. St. John's defense reeling a bit, looking for answers.
Yeah, King at goalie is not his normal self tonight. I don't think any good saves he's made, and normally he's all over the board.
Well, John, I got to tell you that, for being a goalie and to be on every game is nearly impossible. Your average goals against is typically up around 9. So, he's going to settle in. I think as most goalies do, you got to make that big save or make a couple consecutive saves. Get your head back in it.
Yeah, exactly. A good long offensive possession might do this defense a little good.
If it's a sign, it's not a positive when your goalie's having to clear the ball on his own, especially in the second quarter.
And Jake Helmer just does it all by himself.
No goal there.
In the crease.
And they're gonna call that goal off.
And Helmer does not agree with that call, following the ref all the way up.
The St. John's attackman rolled under the underside and fell into the crease, calling for a push. He's still calling for a push. And Mr. Helmer, I would be quiet right about now. Officials don't like to hear any player talk to them.
And he's complaining to the wrong ref. It wasn't even that ref that made the call.
But I also don't know the right ref to complain to ever. I don't think there is one.
I've never seen him change a call because a player decided to argue.
No, I was an attackman growing up for many years. You get in the crease, you may not think you did. They're not going to change their mind. Shut up.
It's an easy black and white call for a ref to make.
But his frustrations also speak to the way this game has gone for St. John's.
Yeah, Helmer's almost at 5.5 goals a game, and you know he's been kept in control this game. So we'll see what he can do as this game moves on.
Well, stiffer competition will not yield 5 goals. Right on the doorstep.
We're going to hear the St. John's coaching just looking at this offense to possess.
And we've got numbers here. Western Oregon on the fast break. And a great defensive play.
Great stick by Nylan Anderson.
And that ball staying with Western Oregon. Great play to deflect that ball. Number 10, Tyler Bolton here, sitting up top above the box, calling for the ball. We might have a flag here on St. John's. The ball was fed into the crease. As the player went to go grab it, he was pushed in the back.
And it looks like it was a cross-check. I think he really just almost two-handed him across the back. It didn't look intentional at all. It just, you know, the player was there and the ball was at his feet and he just missed.
Well, he definitely intended to push him. He didn't intend to cross-check him.
Exactly.
In any case, Western Oregon goes up 1 man. A pretty pivotal here, man up, being up 1 goal. Right and lefty shot and a goal. Western Oregon 5, St. John's 3. That man-up goal scored by Jacob Bonus.
You can't really fault the goalie on that one. That was a 10-yard straightaway shot that the goalie had no chance, and the defense just didn't rotate over in time.
Excuse me, that name is not Bonus, it's Bo Hintz with the bonus goal. And a 2-goal margin here for Western Oregon. Face-off won by Western Oregon. A quick feed, shot and a goal. Got to be a run here, folks. That's 4 in a row, and we've got a timeout called by St. John's. We will be right back, folks. Folks, have you checked out Bull Dodge? Check them out on LaxTV. It's an original show dedicated to all things lacrosse, coming out each week. Or follow them on Twitter at @Bull_Dodge. Check them out on LaxTV. John, what do you think about this quick little turnaround here by Western Oregon?
I can't say I'm surprised. St. John's back on their heels, yelling at each other, not communicating on defense. Every sign that you see of a team on the ropes.
Well, and you're right. Everything you said right there is correct. I do want to give credit to Western Oregon. You know, you can't just take things away from St. John's and call that the reason they're behind. I would like to give a lot of credit to Western Oregon here.
Yeah, Western Oregon is just killing it on the ground balls, the loose balls, everything there. they're winning everything out there.
Well, and they're doing their best to put as much mascara on an ugly game as possible, and they've done so far.
And Alex Run gets this face-off on the push.
And a great defensive play there by Western Oregon. Watch for this game to become increasingly more physical. St. John's does not want to be down to this team, and Western Oregon doesn't want to relinquish their lead.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting how the superstar Jake Helmer reacts right now. I think everyone's looking at him, and he was frustrated earlier, and we'll see what happens. There goes flag.
We've got a flag down here on Western Oregon. There's a illegal body check away from the ball. They could call it an interference, a number of things. Watch for the clear out here.
Let's call Sean Mauer just controlling it.
And a good late slide there by Western Oregon. Kept in play here by St. John's.
And there's Helmer trying to do it all himself.
And a great stop there. Helmer trying to do it all solo. Again, turning and talking to the referee about getting hit. Get used to it, kid. It's going to happen.
And St. John's works out of their 3-3, and look at that. Just picking off passes, doing the easy stuff.
Good hard play here by Western Oregon. This is turning into a more physical contest than I think either of these teams wished it would. And frankly, it looks as though Western Oregon's more prepared for that.
As we look at that St. John's tech, they're all tall, skinny guys. There's no.
This ball's going back to Western Oregon. Off the cross of the St. John's attackman. Interesting enough, Tyler Bolton there playing with a long pole. He's playing LSM right now. Normally a short stick midfielder on offense. Finds himself, he's heading off the field now. Changes equipment.
I think the coach is
and back
just
comes Western Oregon here.
Out there.
Quick split dodge. And Western Oregon keeps it in play.
That was a great save by the St. John's long pole.
And back comes St. John's here. We got numbers. And we'll settle the ball. St. John's spreading the field here, making the Western Oregon defenders wear out, make the slides a little bit longer. Hoping to tire them out a bit, and as well give their own defensemen a bit of a break. And a great check there.
And those wrap checks have been landing right on the sticks of the St. John's guys.
Ooh, that's a stay in black. That ball's quickly turned over back to St. John's. You know, we talked about St. Thomas and Western Oregon playing essentially two different halves of ball. There's a quick feed inside. A shot and a goal.
And that was just a nice cut and finish by number 11, Jake Helmer.
In a great position to actually catch that ball. A lot of attackmen feel like you have to be above goal line extended, and a lot of the goal-scoring attackmen will actually catch the ball at or below goal line extended, allowing their momentum to carry them across the goal line, giving them a better angle at the shot. And here's Bolton again with the long pole for Western Oregon.
I think they just realized what a good athlete he is and want to keep him out there as much as possible.
And that very well could be the case. We've got a timeout here, I believe, on Western Oregon, and we will be right back. Excuse me, folks. That's halftime here from St. Paul, Minnesota in the West St. Paul Dome. With the score, Western Michigan 5, St. John's 4. We'll be back after our halftime festivities. We're back, folks. A correction. As we went to half, I stated that St. John's was up 5, or Western Oregon was up 5-4 over St. John's. It is actually 6-4, Western Oregon over St. John's. A much celebrated halftime speech given by Coach Dane over at the hog pile of a team meeting St. John's had, trying to get their guns up and moving here. Should be an interesting second half of play.
Yeah, I think it will really let us know how the rest of this game is going in the first couple minutes here. Just who's going to set the tone.
Ball's possessed by St. John's. I can't say that so far St. John's has not liked the physicality that Western Oregon has displayed. And if that doesn't change, the outcome of the game may not change. So they've got to figure out how to combat the physicality of Western Oregon. It's just good, hard man-man defense. Great feet up top.
I think this is the kind of possession that Coach Dane and Coach Evans were talking about at halftime. They're just controlling this, making good, clean passes, and got a quality shot there.
They've got to take shots from a little bit further out. They're allowing a lot of space and time above the box, but we're taking shots at poor angles. A quick save and a flag down here. Looks like a frustration flag. Ball's going to stay here to our right with St. John's.
And a cross check on number 1 from the attackman. Nope, number 7. Number 7. Check that. Number 7.
So Western Oregon finds themselves down a man. Quick shot from 10 and a great save. Smart play there by Western Oregon. And here they come, one man down. We've got a slash call. Penalty coming on St. John's. Turn in the corner. Quick shot and a goal. He drew the flag. A beautiful goal.
And it looks like that was the case of a attackman getting stuck playing defense. That was Michael Colshaw-Mauer getting the flag and getting burned for the goal.
Well, that goal was all on Jacob Bohintz. He drew the flag, turned the corner on the defender, improved his angle, and put it back to goalkeeper.
Yep, it just shows what an athlete that kid is.
Bohintz making things happen, and that makes the score Western Oregon 7, St. John's 4. Needless to say, this outcome thus far was not predicted. Looks like we're going to have a reface here.
And if St. John's was smart, they would bring up one of their attackmen. I don't know what they're doing right now. They needed another attackman on the wing.
Well, some coaches do. They will allow for the free runner on the wing as long as the face-off wings are in communication, know who to cut off. Another turnover here by St. John's.
We got numbers here. We'll see what they can do with it.
Shot and a goal by St. John's.
Just a quick little head fake and going opposite side. As an attackman, that's exactly what you want to see. A goalie stepping out on you with numbers and the defense on their heels. But I'd have to say that Western Oregon goalie almost made a save on that. He was just inches away. He's played a great game today, actually.
Well, the only thing he can do in that situation is improve his angle by taking a step out at the shooter. But unsettled play, and that time St. John's comes away on top from the unsettled play. After the face-off, ball is coming back to Western Oregon. Quick skip pass. Shot and a goal. Coming right back. Western Oregon 8, St. John's 5. Every single one of their last 4 goals have come off those quick little skip passes, allowing for about 10 yards of pure shot coming at that goalie. Not a defender in sight. Western Oregon winning the face-off there. And I got to say that, John, it's clear that Western Oregon has the momentum in this game. They may not have had this type of momentum against this highly of a ranked team this season. And I don't think they want to lose this. I think they like the way it feels.
Yeah, these guys are definitely having fun out there. You see big smiles on all of Western Oregon right now. They're having fun. They're celebrating goals. You can't blame them for that.
A great feed. Quick shot off the pipe. Goaltender's best friend. This ball's coming up Western Oregon.
Oh, and he just loses it out of bounds.
Quick little turnover. Good hustle on both parts. Nice save.
Helmer just needs to learn he's got teammates out there. He's just trying to do it all by himself.
Well, when he comes around the corner in that crease, the goalie's reading his body. And I can tell you that once a goalie's seen you do it 2 or 3 times, he's going to expect it each and every time after that. All he has to do is read your footsteps. A good check there. Great feed inside. Another pipe save. Flag down. We've got a penalty coming here on Western Oregon.
And we see number 10 out there playing close defense right now. It looks like he's doing a great job at it too. He's all over the field and making great plays for Western Oregon.
Tyler Bolton. I'm assuming that he's no relation of Michael Bolton, but I've been wrong before.
This man up has been pretty ineffective for St. John's. Western Oregon is rotating great, and
Get another flag down here coming on Western Oregon. A little bit of axe chopping going on.
Western Oregon is 2 men down right now. I'm guessing for about 30 seconds.
A good opportunity here for St. John's to get a goal back. And there it is.
Michael Kolshaw-Maurer just walked across the net. Looked like he was looking to feed, but no one slid to him, so he decided to dip and dunk.
Well, that's the beauty of being up 2. If the defenseman makes a choice, it makes your choices that much easier. So nobody moves. You're essentially 1-0 with the goaltender. And with that, brings our score to Western Oregon 8, St. John's 6.
And we are back to all even with that goal.
And the man down. You know, John, other than a couple obvious slashes here and there, they're letting these boys play, and I like to see that. I like seeing official groups get together and talk about their plan and how they're going to call the game, and they're letting these guys play, and more power to them.
Yeah, I'm going to give my hats off to the officials. This is an elite group out here reffing this game, and they're letting these guys play and just good old-fashioned lacrosse.
Unfortunately, it's a little more sloppy than we'd like to see at times, but we've also seen a lot of good lacrosse today on both sides. So
if we've had some flashes of glory from Western Oregon and St. John's.
I would say at this time in the game, St. John's is handling the settled portions of the game better, and Western Oregon is handling the unsettled portions of the game better.
I think with the athletes that Western Oregon has, they can play a little more run and gun, while St. John's like to settle it down and let the guys Kolshaw-Maurer and Helmer just do the work.
Quick feed inside, and here we go. With that goal creeping ever so close to St. John's 7. 7th goal of the game here. And John, you and I spoke about the energy on the bench in each side. Not getting too high, not getting too low. And St. John's hasn't gotten too high or low, and now we're looking over here at Western Oregon, and there's not any energy here. They just got scored on, and it looks like their bubble may be deflating a little bit. Face-off coming up, Western Oregon.
And I think being a veteran championship team like St. John's is, they're used to these tough games, you know, playing ranked competition. Pretty much that's all they do. So we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout there. Western Oregon 8, St. John's 7. We will be right back.
Harris makes 2-3 moves, scores! Here come the Ducks. San Jose finds the back of the net. Bryant inside to Yealy. This is going to be a goal for Yealy. Bojano into the middle to cross. Bounce, score! Sean Beer sends it up top. Left-handed shot by Vasilevsky.
And we are back here at the West St. Paul Sports Dome from St. Paul, Minnesota. We see Western Oregon 8, St. John's University 7. St. John's going on a bit of a run, scoring the last 2 goals. Western Oregon starting with the ball here. A lot of field to work with here. Some quicker ball movement than we've seen the past couple quarters here by Western Oregon. And a quick turnover here, giving the ball back to St. John's.
And the clearing game today has been easy for both teams. Not too much pressure either way. And a great save. Just went high to high and made the goalie look good. As a coach, that frustrated you because it's one-on-one with the goalie and you just go high, high, high and just put it right in his stick.
I'll tell you what, he held his ground, and that was the goalie making himself look good.
I got to give goalie the credit on that one. You know, those are tough to not, you know, chase little head fakes and just follow the stick.
He's come up with quite a few saves this game that is, we've been able to hear the crowd give him credit.
St. John's having a little trouble with this, clear.
St. John's not with time on their side at this point.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Very sloppy play here. Western Oregon on the push. Might want to back it off and get some numbers here as they do.
The past 2 possessions, Western Oregon set it up and they're just throwing the ball away. It's got to be frustrating for the coach, especially when they have all the momentum still in this game.
Has to be a little frustrating here for goaltender Ronnie Rothstein as well, who makes a great save, keeps his team in it, and watches his offense turn the ball over. That can be a little frustrating.
7, 6, 5.
But in any case, we still find ourselves with an 8-7 ball game.
So the field level, Mike, you could hear
Failure to advance here on St. John's.
you could hear ref Brad Skibek counting it down, and we could see that all the way that St. John's was just hanging out in the middle area, and it's got to catch you every time that failure to
I can't
advance.
count forward, only backward.
Rothstein in sync with his midfielders there. And here comes Mr. Bolton. Slide comes early. Bolton choosing to use his short stick now. And another turnover here by Western Oregon. You can see the boys starting to chirp at each other a little bit, getting a little frustrated.
This is Coach King bringing it all the way up and just tosses it off to the attackman and goes back to
The smart thing to do. Anytime a lacrosse player sees a goalie out of his cage, he is as good as a sitting duck.
I think Mike King has the philosophy that he's the best athlete on the field, so he can bring it up no problem.
We've got a flag after that goal, which is tied the game. Western Oregon 8, St. John's 8.
Looks like we have a cross check. 1 minute, St. John's will be up. And their man up has not looked good. They've had quite a few opportunities, and Western Oregon's been able to read that scouting report and just pick off passes and control the ball. And we see number 10 grabbing his long stick again for Western Oregon, and he's going to come out and play a little post D. It's interesting for a guy that averages like 4 points a game, but I guess you got to do what you do to win.
Well, this is officially the fourth position that he's played. Close defense, long stick midfield, offensive midfield, and he got a ran and attack earlier in the first quarter. So an all-around skillful player, Mr. Bolton is, as he trots off the field.
Yeah, and Ben, during the halftime break, I had a little discussion with Coach Pete Moosberger of St. Thomas, and he said that a lot of these guys just switch around spots and locations, and I think Western Oregon is looking to find that perfect combination, and I think they might have found it tonight with a lot of great play, and they're running right with the number 3 team in the country.
Quick shot beats Rothstein. Upper right, giving St. John's a 9-8 lead.
And that was Lucas DeBruzzi, number 30, ribbing that top corner, and he was given a lot of time and was able to place the ball exactly where he wanted it. He definitely paid the price after he took the shot, but good clean defense by Western Oregon.
Well, you can hear the volume in this facility has risen a bit. The majority of it coming from the St. John's bench. Fans definitely playing their part in this.
It's nice to see a lot of the fans out here, especially at a late game and a location change.
We got a flag down situation here.
Then we might have a delay a game. Penalty
on St. John's there. It was the third violation at the face-off X. giving Western Oregon a man-up opportunity.
That's one of those rules they've been playing around the college level, just to even the playing field, because those offensive guys, face-off guys have been getting so good that they want to level the playing field and, cut the cheating out of the face-off sets.
St. John's on the press.
It looks like they're really playing extended on this man down. And here's number 25, Steve Johnson with the ball. Who's actually starting running back for the St. John's football team. He's a great overall athlete, a great scholar athlete from Montemita, Minnesota.
Actually, you know his dad, oddly enough. Family friends that go way back.
He was actually coached at Montemita by St. John's alum Brian Strauss, who's on the sidelines today.
And he didn't even pick up a lacrosse stick until his freshman year of college, if I'm correct, or his senior year in high school.
I think it was towards the end of high school, as I know. But he's an athlete. You see him on the football field, you see him on the lacrosse field, and can't ask for a better guy.
Rothstein there on the clear. Not going to necessarily outrun Minnie, but can move the ball. Quick shot stays with Western Oregon.
Oh, and a great pick-off of the pass. Number 10 was left wide open, and guess what, guys? He's his best player.
He's got to be able to see that coming.
King just struts across the middle of the field and brings it right down. 2-on-1 here for St. John's, and Cole Schallmauer.
Great slide.
Five seconds left in this quarter. We'll see what St. John's get a shot on.
And through 3 quarters of play, St. John's 9, Western Oregon 8. We will be right back. You're watching the MCLA on LaxTV, presented by Epic Lacrosse. Epic Lacrosse delivers the finest manufactured lacrosse equipment designed to increase playability and maximize performance by using world-class materials and techniques. Developed by in collaboration with True Temper Sports, Epic shafts are made from the highest grade materials available. They have tested and retested each design to ensure durability, playability, and performance that are optimized. Their goal is simple: to give the player every opportunity to reach their true potential. Epic, live, play, be. And Gorilla Wraps. Gorilla Wraps is fast becoming the premier provider of lacrosse helmet wraps and decals in the nation. As a brand started in Maryland, we know that what is driving the sport of lacrosse. Let us help you make your look. Let us help you take your look to the next level. Design, wrap, play. Gorilla Wraps. Well, here we are, John, headed into the 4th quarter of play. It's been a great play. There's been a great game played by both these teams. Western Oregon finds himself down by 1. What do you think? What do you think is going to see in the 4th quarter here?
I think St. John's has got to control the ball, run the offense, and the opportunities are going to become there. And I think Western Oregon, if they keep playing their run and gun, high pressure, high physical play, they're going to win this game. Not many people expected Western Oregon to be in this game as close, especially after what happened to them last night against St. Thomas. And I think controlling the face-off X is going to be important in this game. And it looks like St. John's is using their
great check,
their second face-off man. So.
Oh, that was close to an offsides call there. In fact, he did cross the line.
Yeah, I think the ref might have thought someone was coming in at the box, but that wasn't the case.
Well, in any case, there's no penalty. Now there is. We've got a flag coming down on St. John's. It's going to put Western Oregon up by a man.
Looks like we have a slash. I think he caught him up high. It's one of those easy calls for the refs to make. As soon as they hear the stick touch the helmet, they're throwing the flag. No questions asked.
There definitely is a distinct sound that penalties typically make. And as a former attackman, I can tell you that the sound usually equals the feeling. Does not feel good, some of those slashes we take.
I think I'm feeling some of the slashes I took back in my day.
Western Oregon having to make too far a passes here for a man-up situation.
I think the change St. John's has made is a little more pressure on these guys, just not letting them run inside the box like they did the first half.
Well, they've definitely put a defender on the string here. Another skip pass.
Ooh,
Shot and goal. The feed was low. It was a great job to catch it, and that puts us back to a tie game. St. John's 9, Western Oregon 9. This Western Oregon bench is definitely feeling high here.
And Ben, I don't know if you've noticed, but number 9 on a Western Oregon, I think he's the backup goalie, is celebrating. He's getting the team fired up, and he's holding up the W right now, which
It could be Western. Could be a number of things, but considering they just tied the ball game, it shouldn't mean win.
That might be a little preemptive win.
Another quick turnover there by St. John's, and you can see the disgust on Coach Dane's face right now. Hands on the hips.
But lucky for him, he was bailed out as Western Oregon just tossed it out of bounds.
St. John's to possess. Back into their 1-3-2 set. Quick split and a shot. This is just left to Rothstein. You go high to high on Rothstein. I haven't seen much get by him.
Yeah, he's feeling it tonight. He's made some great saves.
He's a good goaltender. Pop up the screen, quick shot. Another save by Rothstein.
Kick save and a beauty.
Heavy slide comes there from Western Oregon. Another great check. St. John's attack, but not looking to actually draw a slide to pass. They're actually looking to draw a slide to shoot. And it doesn't seem to be working. Another great check. This game becoming more and more physical, just as we talked about earlier. Quick restart here with St. John's. Great man-on-man defense there. And another turnover. We're going back to Western Oregon. No pressure ride here by St. John's. And back comes Western on offense. Now this is an important offensive set here to give their defense a break. Have a few touches. Make sure you get a good shot off. Don't just settle for any shot. Make sure you're taking the shot that you want. And always make sure that you have backup in this situation.
Quick yard sale by Steve Johnson.
Good check. Pace of this game is picked up considerably. St. John's definitely showing their offensive skills now.
We'll see what a Colshawn Lauer can do. He's normally a feeder, not much of a scorer. He kind of reminds me of Brian Strauss, the old St. John's captain.
And we've got a push there on Western Oregon, giving the ball back to St. John's. With the time approaching 10 after 11 here in Central Standard Time. Find ourselves knotted at 9 apiece.
A nice split dodge there by number 9, and we'll see what happens. And it looks like it.
Not quite sure why he went back to his right hand there. Obviously not as confident shooting with his left. St. John's trying to play this 3-man game. All passes coming from within 5 yards. They're doing it well.
This is one of the best possessions we've seen all game by either team, but we'll see if it amounts to anything. As Western Oregon's playing a good tight D.
Exactly. Oh, and that's great hustle there by both players. You know, one thing about Western Oregon's defense is even when they're getting beat, they're not necessarily sliding on time, but they're collapsing perfectly. They're just not giving the extra step that St. John's needs to turn that corner and get a good shot.
Short stick. We'll see if he can do anything, and there they go. They get the switch back to their pole. Ooh.
Catch left, shoot right, shot, goal. St. John's 10, Western Oregon 9.
With that nice long possession, just wore them out, and they were able to get something out of it.
Now this is where possession becomes paramount for Western Oregon. They need to get a possession, hang on, allow the defense to catch their breath.
And Ben, I did notice that number 11 Helmer went off the field and pretty much collapsed as soon as he got off the field. I hope he's okay, but he's up walking around now, maybe just a cramp or something.
Great slide again. The ball deflected off of the Western Oregon defenseman's shaft. St. John's really content playing this tight inside game here, not choosing to spread out any of these slides.
And St. John's winning all those ground balls that Western Oregon just was dominating on the first 3 quarters.
Correct. And I think for the most part at the midfield they are still winning the ground ball game, but in their own offensive end, St. John's is really taking it to them.
And it looks like they're immediately pushing one of their attack across the field, but Steve Johnson, the close defender, just goes right with him.
This is the first possession that Western Oregon's had in roughly 4 minutes, and they quickly pull a timeout. Folks, another great product coming to this sport is Gorilla Wraps. Gorilla Wraps is fast becoming the premier provider of lacrosse helmet wraps and decals in the nation. As a brand started in Maryland, we know what it is driving the sport of lacrosse. Let us help you take your look to the next level. Design, wrap, play. Gorilla Wraps.
And Ben, one thing it's great to see right now, it's 11:15 at night. We probably have 15, 20 young kids, probably under the age of 15, running around lacrosse sticks, taking shots on the far sides of the field, helping the team dig the balls out of the corners. And, you know, it's just nice to see those kids, especially the young ones, start to pick up the stick earlier and earlier.
And another sponsor, Monster Energy Drinks. No, I'm kidding about that, but it is nice. It is nice to see that kids are out here just for the love of the game. They like being out. Their parents are here. I remember when we played during my college days, we always used to have ball boys that were in youth local organizations, and they would follow us everywhere. We'd sometimes give them a ride back to their house after games and whatnot, and it was always good to have the little lacrosse monkeys running around the field. And it's great to see here.
Yeah, one of the weirdest things that ever happened was on Nationals, and we ended up signing autographs for kids, and I don't know if they knew who we were, but they knew we played college lacrosse, and they wanted our autograph.
Well, that's all these kids look up to is the lacrosse player, is college ball. Not a lot of pro lacrosse players. And here we go. Pass by Western Oregon dropped, picked off. At this point in the game, you don't want to make sure King gets a free break. He's going to turn the ball over here, which is something that he's got to be mindful of at this point. We all know he's an athlete, but we don't need the goalie. I should say his team doesn't need him carrying the ball past midfield.
Especially with players, so you can just get it to short stick, live to clear another day.
Well, be a hero by making a save. Don't be a hero by carrying the ball 70 yards. Back comes Western Oregon to possess. Western Oregon really can't afford to turn the ball over a whole lot the remainder of this game. Back comes to Mr. Bolton. A great split dodge by Mr. Bolton. He has a short stick. We've got a whistle. It looks like we've got a loose ball push going back to Western Oregon.
It looks like a long ball, just trying to clear the crease and got a little too aggressive. I think we'll see number 10 get the ball and try to take advantage of number 27, the short stick defender. We'll see what happens though. He's just hanging out at the top of the crease right now, calling for the ball. And I bet you he goes back to his right hand and looks to shoot. I guess not.
Well, right now you've got a stack on the crease. Here's the alley. Look for the pop. As you can see, you've got the stack.
Nice vertical stack, and we'll see what they can do out of it. They got the best athlete, number 1 right there, and he's a shifty, quick guy. So Steve Johnson with a great takeaway there. He rolls it back and see if St. John's can clear the ball.
Very close to an offsides call there. We've got players all over the field. We've got an injury here for St. John's. Players on the field taking a knee. Well, that was a whole flurry of activity going on there. We had 2 potential offside situations. We had 3 Western Oregon players down on the field, 2 St. John's players down, and 1 injured.
I think that might have been William Jaffe from Edina, Minnesota, but I'm not sure on the number. It's a 7. And that's about it. But he was able to get off under his own power and just walking around right now. Looks like it's Spain, but looks to be okay.
In any case, the ball's going to be in possession of St. John's. With Western Oregon being down a man. We've got a man-up situation here for St. John's. Looking to go ahead by 2. Active defense here by Western Oregon. Sticks up in the passing lanes.
St. John's working out of that at 3-3 still. Looking to feed the crease and
looking inside. That pass had been firm.
Oh,
what a great save.
And we got a flag up.
That was a fantastic save by Rothstein, coming across from his left to his right. We've got another Western Oregon penalty here. Going 2 men down. Unfortunately, we are across the field from the scorer's box.
Check, but not positive, and it looks like we're about to release that first penalty. So,
shot just missing upper left. The first penalty about to be released here. Western Oregon player getting set to run on. Feed the crease shot, and he misses just low to the left side.
St. John's is man up now.
St. John's going up by 1 man.
1 man.
Good rotation of the ball, good rotation of the defense here by Western Oregon. And there's a quick turnover here by St. John's as they maintain possession. But time is taken off of the man-up situation. Quick feed pass across and a goal.
And that goal is all credit to the guy that ran up and grabbed that loose ball situation. I think that was number 26 who made that play. That's Miles Armitage out of Eden Prairie. He's a junior for the Johnnies.
Just a good feed as he came across the crease. And that makes the score St. John's 11, Western Oregon 9.
We'll see what Alex Rond can do here on the face-off. It's been pretty even at the X tonight.
And a clear win on there.
Well, great defense by Western Oregon.
He played there with an offhand.
I think they realize Alex is not the best ball handler and that they've been pressuring him right away.
As he displayed that by grabbing the ball with his free hand. Going unnoticed by the officials.
A lot of times those face-off guys just work on the face-offs and forget about the rest. They need to be complete players, especially in today's college game with no horns and this game just speeding up.
Well, it's really with the new rules is just putting it in the hands of the better and all-around athletes. You're seeing players having to play both ways, offense and defense, with no horns.
And as a coach at the high school level, I like it. I want them to.
Another great save by Rossi. That ball going back to St. John's.
I think number 44 for Western Oregon was just trying to do much. That's the junior, Tyler Dugan.
Got another penalty coming here on Western Oregon for a chop. Quick save by Rothstein. And that's actually the game, folks. I apologize for the lack of communication. Our final score here tonight, St. John's University 11, Western Oregon 9. A great game played by these two teams. Thank you for watching this MCLA lacrosse game on LaxTV, changing the way you follow lacrosse. A special thank you to LaxTV for putting this game together, as well as many more to come. And then to our crew who puts this all together every week. Video director Pete Wagoner, graphics, replay, and IT, and our cameraman today. For John Carlson and our entire LaxTV crew, I'm Ben Mooney. Thanks.